Hey, listen to this guy right here. It's about a 3-minute video. I apologize, it's longer than the normal ones. But just listen to him and listen to what he says. And I'm going to come back at the end and just show you just really, truly how uneducated he is and how he doesn't understand there's between cash and wealth. That's a very key distinction that he doesn't want to talk about. So, enjoy this dude talking. I assume he's a leftist. No, I know he's a leftist. Just look at him. That's what it is.
This comment is asking if I could prove that all 2,000 of the billionaires are evil people. Yeah, I can. It's not even very hard. So first, let's put a billion into perspective. 1 million seconds is about 12 days. 1 billion seconds is just under 32 years. Which means that if you earned $1 every single second and never spent any of it, it would take you about 32 years to earn a single $1 billion. If you earned $5,000 a day from the time that Columbus started his infamous voyage, it would take you about 527 years to earn a single $1 billion. And there are people out there with multiple billions of dollars. Based on that math, we can conclude that there's no ethical way to acquire $1 billion because there's no physically possible way to earn that money solely through the value of your own labor. Which means that in order to become a billionaire, you have to steal the labor value of thousands, if not millions of people. And we know that this is the case. And we know that this is the case because between 1979 and 2021, the average productivity, meaning the average amount of labor value produced by the workers, has increased by 64.6%. Meanwhile, the average wage of workers has only increased by about 17.3%. That's a difference of nearly 50% labor value. So already billionaires are stealing 50% or more of their workers' labor value so that it can sit around in investment funds and stock portfolios, providing nothing of value to society. And when we start to take certain other things into account, it gets even worse. There are currently over 582,000 homeless people in the United States, many of which are children. And in the year 2020, there were more than 34 million food insecure people in the United States. That's about 10% of the population that doesn't know where their next meal is going to come from. Now, do you know how much it would cost to end homelessness in the United States? According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, it would cost $20 billion to end homelessness in the United States. And there are currently 770 billionaires in the United States, putting aside the fact that Elon Musk alone could end homelessness for half the cost of what he paid for Twitter. If we split it up evenly across all 770 of them, each of them would only have to pay out a lowly $26 million. And yet, despite the ease with which they could end homelessness in the United States, billionaires are wasting their money on vanity projects like dying in a sub at the bottom of the ocean and buying Twitter. There is no room for billionaires in an ethical society. They quite simply shouldn't exist.
Let's make this recap real short, real sweet, to the point. This man does not understand that billionaires are worth billions of dollars. That's net worth. Because most of it is tied up in assets that are illiquid, which means that you can't readily pull cash out of them. You have to leverage them to get the cash out. Like, you have to say, let's say you own Tesla. You can put the shares of Tesla up as a loan to get the cash out, but you have to repay that loan or you forgo those shares. So those people wouldn't be worth billions because the shares would be given up automatically. But they would have, if they were to pay the $20 billion to end homelessness, they wouldn't be able to make that money back. That's the thing that people don't want to talk about in this. And it just amuses me so much how these people don't understand this. These people don't understand the difference between wealth and cash, like I said before. You need to understand that. What he's talking about sounds all great in theory, but how are you going to get the billionaires to liquidate their assets? Because then they're going to have to pay a tax on it to liquidate their stocks because they can't take loans against it, so they're going to pay a capital gains tax. So you really won't get the full amount of it because there's a capital gains tax. And it just makes no sense logically. Yes, it sucks they're homeless. Yes, it sucks there are people starving in this world. But that's life. You can't have a perfectly utopian world that don't exist. Stop. So to demand that they pay it why don't you step up and say, hey, I want to pay more taxes? Because that's the thing. Trump said it best in 2016. He uses the tax code to his advantage. Clinton never changed it. She could have as a senator, but why would she? It benefits her. It benefits the Clintons. It benefits the Obamas. It benefits everyone. But we don't want to talk about that. But it's the tax code. You want to get rid of you want to change the tax code? Change the tax code. If you don't, then just stop complaining. Have a great day.